found this in my spam folder. I don't know if it was from a real person or not, but it seems like a legitimate question, so I'll go ahead and answer it. What part of culture do you like to study most? For me, language, learning, and politics. Okay. So there's a huge misconception that anthropologists who study language speak multiple languages, or linguistic anthropologists speak multiple languages. That is generally not true. Linguistic anthropologists more particularly tend to study the evolution of language, cross-cultural language patterns, and things like that. Not learning languages. That would be, yes, while that would be a subfield of anthropology, it would actually be more of a multilingual education degree program, or second foreign languages, modern languages. Those would be more of the proper degree pathways for that. While I am a cultural anthropologist who really enjoys language, I do speak multiple languages. I speak Spanish, other than English, which I am speaking in right now. I speak Spanish and Hebrew. And while I adamantly claim that I speak Hebrew, I am nowhere near a fluid or native or advanced speaker. I've been learning it for several years, but it is not currently something that I'm able to practice outside of just individual study. Pero el español, yo puedo hablar con mi esposo, sus padres, mis compañeros, mi jefa, otras personas de mi familia. Puedo hablar con esas personas y puedo escribir informes, puedo ver seriales y películas en español, puedo leer la poesía, puedo cambiar en la mente muy fluidamente entre español y inglés. אבל אני לא יכול לדבר בעברית לא טוב. זה קשה ללמוד, והשפה העברית זה קשה in general, ואני לומד את זה ביוטיוב, בסרטונים, שירים. אני נוהג במכונית. I listen. What is the word? לשמוע. שכחתי את זה. טוב, אני יכול לדבר בספרדית, עברית, אנגלית, רומנית, קטן, וזהו. Learning. I, as an educator, I have always been an educator, just like I have always been a caregiver. Like I said in another video, I'm a natural born educator, I'm a natural born caregiver. So learning, I think it's interesting, no, let me rephrase that. I do my best to create a learning culture that helps people feel less stressed out. I think a huge part of learning, particularly in mathematics, as I have the most experience teaching, people have a fear of learning. People have a fear of the things they don't know. People think that because they don't know something, they're stupid or less than. And I'm here to ensure you, you cannot know what you do not know. And you cannot know what you do not know with the mentality that you're going to learn it quickly. You cannot learn a language overnight. Education is a marathon, not a sprint. So an example of how I create a culture of, I try to create a culture of welcome and tranquil learning is particularly here in my office and in my math lab. I like to assess whether a student has what I call whiteboard syndrome. Whiteboard syndrome is a play on white coat syndrome. A lot of people have a fear of going to the doctor or being honest with the doctor. That's called white coat syndrome, or everything is fine, their blood pressure is fine, and the instant that the doctor comes in with their white coat on to take their blood pressure, everything shoots up and is going crazy, and that's just generally not how that person's body is. White coat syndrome. Whiteboard syndrome, I say, is what people generally have when it comes to math, because over and over and over and over and over again, almost every single student I have helped in all of these years has said that they have a very difficult time with math. It's just not their thing, it's their worst subject, and all of these things. That is because we have created a culture in America where we express these sentiments and other people find some validation in that, and then all of a sudden it becomes a meme of fear. And I don't mean meme as in like funny haha, see it on the internet meme. I mean meme as in a unit of cultural information as defined by Richard Dawkins. So whiteboard syndrome, I do my best to help people not experience whiteboard syndrome. I have one student who comes in and he's very antsy and he's stressed out, and he's an older gentleman. He is very nice, he is very capable, but he keeps psyching himself out, and in the beginning he's like, okay, 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 and by the end of it he's like, okay, okay, okay. And that is the intention that I have anytime that I'm teaching somebody something. While the tone may not necessarily come across, the demeanor and the approach is always coming from for me, when I'm teaching somebody, the demeanor is always coming from a place of, let me help you. You need help, and I can do that for you. So whiteboard syndrome and politics. As I've discussed in the other videos, politics is not an area of expertise of mine, but as somebody who studies culture, I like to study continuity and changes over time. So American politics are constantly changing, and right now in this fascist takeover, we are all having to experience and learn American politics. What is what it means to be an American under this political system, what this political system means in America. What is it going to mean in the post-Trump era for American politics? What will those look like? What will our learned political system behavior look like? What will our voting behaviors look like? Things like that. Cultural patterns as they continue and change over time, right? I think it might have been Descartes or somebody like that who said, I also saw one time that Angela Davis said it, but I think maybe the idea that I'm about to express is older than Angela Davis. It goes along the lines of, I do not understand people who say they don't do politics because politics does you anyway. I think that's very true. Everybody in the system, under the system rather, is affected by politics. Our culture is affected by politics, and we all have to adapt to the law, the culture, and society as a whole. So, as someone who studies culture and human behavior, politics is a great way into that. Okay? So these are the three things that I tend to study about culture the most. That's why my Substack, my main Substack essay is Language Learning and Politics. Again, multiple languages. I'm learning Romanian. So, again, see, again, da, yes. All right, and lastly, please make sure that you follow or subscribe to me on Blue Sky, YouTube, or Substack. I am at Halingo Gringo on all of those, all of them. Everywhere that you see me, I am Halingo Gringo. Blue Sky does have my full name, Travis W. Jacobson, whatever, nobody cares about that. But you can find me on here. These are my tags. If you wanted to contact me, like so many of you have already done, please email me at halingogringo@outlook.com, halingogringo@gmail.com, or my DMs and comments are open on everything.